People are starting to buy odd shoes from the dark web. An individual claiming to have special eyes that can shapeshift into reptilian-like eyes. And more people reporting odd behavior with the sun in the sky. In today's video, we're going to react to some of the strangest and more questionable videos that I could find on TikTok. Let's get into it.
This photo makes absolutely no sense at the moment, but it will after I tell you this. Photos like this have been going viral on the internet recently and have been going around for a while, leaving people puzzled. For instance, in Spain, on a cathedral that dates back to 1513, there is this carving on the side of the building, which looks very much like some sort of astronaut, leading many people to believe we've caught time travelers on camera. Do you notice anything strange at first glance? Once you notice the man in the background who appears to be futuristic holding a cell phone, and that the photo was taken in Reykjavik, Iceland in the 1900s, then it becomes a little bit strange. This painting right here is from 1860 and is wild. When you first look at the woman, you probably don't notice much, but then you realise she's holding a literal cell phone, and this was painted in 1860. Now this is the most divisive photo, probably the most famous one that you've probably all seen at some point in your life. A photo from the 1950s where it shows a man wearing pretty modern clothes, sunglasses, and holding a camera. Now yes, cameras did exist back then, but they were a block like this. But these glasses did exist back then. They weren't very popular, but bulky glasses like that were around. The camera he's holding is this, which actually was around in the 50s, which is mad. And the top he's wearing is from this sports team.
Now, I have never seen that painting before, and it does look like she's holding a device like a cell phone or something black and rectangular, so I'll have to do a little bit more research on that image just to see what's going on there. So I did do a little bit of research here and I looked this painting up. It's a painting called The Expected One. It's by an artist from Austria. Definitely cannot pronounce their name, but it's actually a prayer book that she's engrossed in. And that makes sense for that period of time. But I can definitely see where that looks like a phone for sure. But for the other photos, I really don't see it.
Starting now, your height is going to matter a whole lot more on Tinder. That's because this week, the dating app just quietly tried to test a new feature where users can filter by height. Someone posted a screenshot on Reddit showing a new height toggle in discovery settings, which allows users to specify the height they want for their matches. And you want to know the top comment on that Reddit thread? The only way they're going to get women to pay for their service too. Now, they did put a disclaimer right above this saying that it's not so that women can filter out short men. Because I'm not gonna lie, Twitter is having a meltdown right now saying it's over for short kings. But what is so ironic is that in 2019, they actually posted about a height verification for April Fools. 6 years later though, we now have a height filter and it's the 2nd of May. So it's real. But what do you think? Should they keep or remove this new feature?
I'm so glad I do not have to worry about the whole dating scene because that's just ridiculous. The fact that that kind of stuff matters, and I get it, it kind of matters to an extent, I guess. And I guess sometimes photos just don't do any justice. You definitely know there's people going to be faking their height for sure.
I absolutely hate videos like this, but I am going for my morning freaking walk and I have got to be tripping here, dog. I gotta be tripping. Every morning I go for a walk and every morning the sun glare is in the same freaking spot. Blinds me right from that direction. So tell me why the sun is over here. Why the hell is the sun over here when it should be over here? What? Oh well. Oh well, right? So I kind of thought I might have been mistaken, but I'm not mistaken here. I'm going to have to move this hydrangea because it doesn't get full sun. And if that's because the sun rises over there, gives me morning sunlight, and then kind of goes ends right there, exactly where it did yesterday. This dude is coming up over here and looking very freaking weird. It's coming up right there, which would give me full fucking sun. What the hell? I guess I don't have to move my hydrangea. Damn it, man.
Since I've been seeing videos out there like this, I've been trying to pay more attention to the sun, and I have noticed nothing. To me, the sun's in the same place and it doesn't really look any different from what I can see because it's normally hiding behind clouds, so you can see the sun behind the clouds. It doesn't just blind you. Please don't think that I'm just staring at the sun roasting my eyes out. And normally when it's cloudy or misty outside in the morning, the sun does normally look like that. But for me, that's it. There's nothing out of the norm.
There are times when we come across weird, odd things. Well, this video comes from a woman named Bella out of Atlanta, and it honestly takes the cake. She was at the gas station. She noticed something odd in the trash, what appears to be a wooden doll. But this thing is absolutely creepy, and pay attention to its eyes. Don't they look real? Like a little too real? She's even a doll collector, and she would not touch this thing. Ugh. Just watching it gave me the creeps. Take a look at this footage, comment below, tell me what you think.
Okay, as y'all can see, I'm at the gas station. Look at this. What is this? What is this? What? Honey, some things we just don't touch, even as a dog collector. What in the boogity? What is happening? Ooh, why is it here? It's just posted up. What? What in the world? Who? I'm trying to figure out. Woo, let me go. Yeah. It's just posted up. What? What in the world? Who? I'm trying to figure out. Woo, let me go.
I'm not gonna lie, that has me a little unsettled. The look of the doll's eyes are very unsettling looking. At first I thought that they were just beads or something put in there, but I'm actually pretty certain that those are painted on. Very disturbing. And in my area, there's apparently some stores where they practice voodoo, and that just makes me think, what if that's like a voodoo doll and someone's soul is trapped inside of that and they're just forever sitting in that trash until they're thrown into the dumpster and to the landfill, and their life is just forever a wooden doll until the doll is no more. That's a pretty scary thought to think of. Hey, if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying the show, give it a like. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. For everyone that's currently watching and or subscribed, thank you guys so much for supporting the channel.
A membrane, you see, that can slide across. These aren't contacts. You can come over here in the light. This is my eye. You can see it's just a slight variation of color that I'm able to toggle back and forth. But that's basically what we have going on. I know it's kind of weird for some people to check out, but you'll notice those changes. So what have we done? Went to the VA, went to specialists. I put a cry out here on TikTok. It seems that I'm not the only person that has some weird eyes going on like this. So if you are out there and you have something like this going on, let me know.
I've seen this a couple of times now, so I decided to add it onto here. To me, the iris kind of looks video edited. There's only a couple of times where it does not look video edited. I'm not even going to entertain it. I'm going to say that that is video edited. He does have these eye doctor visits, but there's no audio of the doctor explaining what's going on or if it's even related to this thing. So I'll let you guys be the judge of this. I personally think it's completely fake, but there's a lot of people in here that are saying that it's due to the vaccination, that they're capable of doing things like this. It's really crazy. I don't know if it's attention seeking or what it is, but it kind of has me a little bothered.
Boy, S4 isn't supposed to officially exist, so it's important. The only versions where it exists, you have Bob Lazar, you have a guy named Dan Barish, and you have this story.
That's right.
And I think we're going to get some more corroboration soon that S4 does in fact exist. And then all of a sudden you start asking questions about these specific stories, and it starts to blow your mind. Okay, so you're going down.
So he goes down and he says, and he sees like there's 3 or 4 UFOs that are just, they've got little little garages, like these little chambers.
So it's the same story as Bob Lazar.
And they're just hovering in there. He said they were just hovering all by themselves inside these little garages like that were underground. He said he saw them, and then they went in, and his commander was going to be, quote, interviewing a live ET guy, right? So he goes with him, and they come into this other area where there were military guys there. He said, but there was this room, like a standalone room, with these big two-way mirrors that you could see through from the outside. And he said he saw the ET guy, but he was like, 5.5 feet tall. Wasn't a little tiny short guy. It was a kind of life-size guy.
Mm-hmm.
So big head, big eyes, and he was in this kind of jumpsuit that they'd provided for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he was very cooperative. He wasn't being interrogated.
Was he speaking English or
No,
telepathic?
it was all telepathic. It was all telepathic.
So he just saw them sitting across from each other.
He could see his commander walk in, but he wouldn't go because he said I thought it was demonic.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he said. He
Mm-hmm.
said I thought it was demonic, and I didn't want to go near him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he stayed outside, but he could see his commander having this kind of telepathic communication going on with him. Right?
And his commander was a fundamentalist Christian.
Yeah. Yes.
And so what was the communication like?
That he didn't say. He just said that it was telepathic. He could tell that they were having this telepathic. Well, he probably afterwards got it confirmed by his commander that it was all telepathic. They weren't talking. You could just see that they were having this kind of communication.
Did he seem honest to you?
Oh yes.
Oscar?
Oh yes.
So you think that happened?
Yeah, I do think that happened.
Stories like these always fascinate me. They're really hard to believe, but they're very interesting, especially when it comes to the telepathy. What is it like being spoken to like that, especially from a creature that's supposedly an alien? Sure, they're communicating to you in your mind, but what does it sound like exactly, and how is it broken down in translation? Or do you hear it as if it was a thought of your own? That's something I would really like to know a little bit more about.
This is one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen, and can't believe I'm even saying this. A couple of days ago, this guy posted some videos, and a lot of people seem to know him and trust him, so it does appear to be real. Now, he was scrolling through the dark web when he came across this website which is selling used shoes, but it gets a lot worse than that when you actually look at the shoes that are on this website. First of all, the shoes, of course, are covered in something like blood, which doesn't look good. But then you look closer at what's being sold, and they're pretty high prices for shoes, but every single one of them has a name and an age. All quite young as well, which is just even more disturbing. Of course, this website could be fake, but he has now actually bought a pair of these shoes. Everybody in the comment sections and many videos people have made on social media, everyone just freaking out about this, with a lot of people thinking they are not selling shoes, but something a lot worse. As I say, apparently he has ordered them, and they are actually meant to be delivered today, June 2nd, so I'll keep you posted if we know any more. But let me know your thoughts on all of this, because it is extremely messed up.
That is pretty messed up. I would not want to buy some random shoes off of the dark web that looks like that, especially. They literally look like they're a part of a crime scene. But the sad thing is I bet there's a lot of people out there that are purchasing them. And for what purposes, I really don't know, because you don't just see a lot of these videos online of people, oh, I bought these shoes from the dark web, but I bet there's a lot of people out there that has bought their shoes from the dark web, and I would just like to know why.
Yeah, as soon as I walked up, there was a couple trailing each other. Where are they sitting?
I see a lot of stuff when we're up at tops. It's fascinating. I know I
Oh
showed
yeah,
you.
there they are. They're up there moving. Yeah, okay. These are all definitely moving.
There you go.
Even those, I think it's the different, but the clouds make
wow.
it look.
Yeah, no, those are definitely on the move. Look at that. We all love it. so wild being around like a whole crowd.
I
Just
know,
pumped out,
man.
you know, like
Yeah.
I was always alone just doing this stuff.
Right? Yeah.
I hear a lot of mixed opinions about Chris. Some people really like the guy and some people really despise him. But it seems wherever he goes, he always has orbs basically on demand whenever he wants them to be around. Now in this video, they kind of look like drones, but I'm not too certain. I do not even know how old this video is. But that is interesting. If those are not drones, what could they be? The only thing that I could think of are drones. And how is he able to be one of the only few people that can just conjure them basically at will? It's really strange. I'm still kind of questioning this one a little bit. I mean, I would hate to be that guy, but I would like to be on the backside, and whenever those little orbs started to come around, to take a drone of my own and just fly it out there as fast as possible to try to see if I can't get a closer image of whatever it is. But knowing my luck, I would probably get arrested for something like that. But how curious would it be if those actually turned out to be a drone and I caught that and it was all a hoax? That'd be some pretty big news. Like I said, if it's not drones, I'm still kind of scratching my head on it then.
This is not a drill. And up there, that is no coincidence at all that they're happening at the same exact time. Allegedly, TikTok, I said allegedly, as of a few hours ago, Russia is now actively pointing its warheads at the United States, at Washington, and other places like London. Trust me, this volcano fits in perfectly with what's happening geopolitically in Russia right now, and I'll prove it. Why would they do that? Well, they saw this huge explosion coming in the Moscow region and already had set their nuclear units on high alert. The British Prime Minister says the country is moving to blank fighting readiness. Yo, this is not a joke. Aiming a nuke at Washington's literal control panel is the worst case scenario that there could be. And out of stray coincidence, we have Mount Etna erupting at the same time, sending all the visitors into a frenzy in Italy. But let me tell you what that is. It's the fall of Rome. It's just like Pompeii, the fall of Rome. What's Rome? It's that night walker of Babylon. You know, good old Babylon inebriated off the juice of the saints. I find it humorous right now because Jesus tells the Pharisees that, they cannot discern the face of the skies and they want a sign, but they'll get no sign. But yet we have all these signs, all these coincidences every single day, and everyone thinks it's normal. You have eyes, but you can't see, and ears, but you cannot hear. I already showed you guys in the dream video 3 years ago what's coming. And don't forget, Russia, other countries, they had all their citizens stock up on food, on gold, on silver, you name it, on everything. While we here in the US have been arguing about the most insignificant things ever.
Now, I've tried looking up where he's talking about Russia pointing these warheads at USA and other countries. I cannot find this information anywhere. I cannot find anything. And I'm adding this in to just say this is probably going to be one of the reasons why I stopped playing this creator's content, because he's bringing up these claims that there was nowhere that I could find this information that he was talking about at all. And he didn't even reference where he's getting this information. It's just allegedly, and that kind of annoys me a little bit. There's no name to the scenario or anything like that. It's just claims. Now the volcanoes, that was real stuff, but unless I'm missing the topic, if anyone has any information on what he's talking about with these warheads, please leave me a comment down below letting me know, because I can't find anything. And overall, this is probably going to be the last few times that I play this creator's content. Like, I have no problem against most of his content. Some of it I find entertaining. That's the reason why I watch it. But videos like this, where when I do some research and I can't find anything at all about it, that's kind of bad news. But again, if I'm just missing the topic or a certain news article somewhere, please let me know in the comments.
Do you want to hear about a scary mountain? In Pakistan, there is a mountain that is called T-Rich Moor Mountain, which is also translated to the King of Darkness Mountain.
Oh my gosh.
There's a reason probably why it has this dark name, because in 1950, it was the first time anyone actually discovered this large mountain, actually ever went on it, ever tried to summit it. They don't have an exact number throughout the years of how many people have died on this thing, but it's said to be hundreds. There's some lore that fairies lived. There was a castle of fairies that used to live on this huge mountain, and there would be ginormous frogs that would hide within holes and would eat anyone up. Apparently, this isn't even like a myth. There's people who have seen these people that are indigenous to that area that would live on the mountain. People wouldn't know their names, people wouldn't see their faces, but they would know, and they would claim we're there to protect the space between nature and people and trying to keep this mountain at peace. And it says if you summit it, the mountain doesn't kill you on your climb. Within a year, you die. At one point in the early 2000s, it got shut down. They said, you are not touching this mountain. No one can go on this mountain. It's completely restricted. Guess when it was? September 2001.
Well, that's weird coincidence.
Yeah. They say it's because it's near the border, Iraq. And still to this day, it's very restricted. People aren't allowed on it.
Wow, this is actually something else that I've never actually heard about. And looking into it, they did get the name incorrect. It's been known to be Lord of the Peak or Lord of the Red Stone, according to Google. But as far as the lore goes, it is pretty accurate. It is believed to be home of fairies, jinn, and other types of mystical creatures. Now, as far as the story goes where someone climbs the mountain and they die a year later, as far as what I can find online, those are just Reddit stories. But the mountain is real. It does make you wonder if there is something out there that the government or certain agencies are trying to keep people away from. Maybe it is dangerous out there, but maybe there's something out there that's not dangerous, but they want to keep a secret. Mainly because maybe we are dangerous and we would do it harm.
Can you walk alone in the dark when it feels like someone's watching your every step? Abandoned hospitals are among the most haunted and terrifying places on Earth. And when you're in one of those empty hallways with nothing but flickering yellow lights and dead silence, the fear becomes real. That's exactly what happened to this person who just wanted to explore, but their camera captured something much more chilling. From the moment they turned on the camera, you could see it. They knew something was wrong. And then it happened, a horrifying moment.
Me encontré con este video en el que se puede ver a un enfermero que le toca hacer guardia muy tarde por la noche y decidió ponerse a grabar porque escuchaba ruidos. Y me surgió la pregunta, ¿es real o montado?
One of the heavy hospital machines suddenly moved on its own. Think about it. Equipment that heavy doesn't just slide across the floor. A fishing line would snap. A hidden person would have been caught on camera, but there was no one. Maybe this wasn't a prank. Maybe it was something else. The spirits of those who died here, restless, finally trying to show themselves. Now you tell me, was this video truly haunted or just a creepy coincidence? Comment real if you felt something too, or fake if you think it's just a trick. Share this with someone brave enough to watch haunted footage, and hit follow for more chilling videos just like this one.
I cannot tell, to be honest. Now, I just want to jump to say it's probably a fake video, and this is supposedly an abandoned hospital. It really doesn't look that abandoned, but it is empty and would make a great set for a horror film. I disagree. I think that it could be pulled with fishing line, with enough fishing line that it could definitely be pulled. But it wasn't only pulled one direction, it was pulled the other way back again, which isn't hard to accomplish if there's two lines of fishing wire. But again, it's pretty odd movement. But let me know in the comments, do you guys think that this was a real video? And by real, do you think that that was an actual ghost moving that machine? Or do you think it was fake? And if you think it was fake, how do you think that they faked it? Fishing wire, maybe someone hiding right behind that machine, it was just really hard to see. How do you think that they did it if it is fake? Let me know, please. Alright guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video. I'm really sorry today's video was short. Content just wasn't really out there today. But nonetheless, as always, I want to thank you guys for watching these clips with me. And with that being said, have a good day.